whether you are trying to get your ex back or they are trying to win you over. The first text after no contact can be a stressful development. Coming up with a reply following a period of radio silence can be challenging and is often filled with lots of introspection, feelings, and second guessing. After some time with your ex, you may wonder why they reached out and what you want or don't want from them. In that case, it's likely because you're worried about how the conversation will play out or what state your relationship is currently in. Suppose you're struggling to come up with how to respond. Why do ex-partners reach out? There are many reasons why your ex-partner might reach out to you after some time apart. They may feel nostalgic, want to apologize for something, or simply want to check in and see how you're doing. Sometimes, exes may reach out because they are interested in getting back together. If this is the case, it's essential to be honest about whether or not you're interested in pursuing reconciliation. Although, these are typical explanations for why your ex would break no contact. The only way to know their true intentions is to communicate with them. This video will provide at least 10 brilliant methods to respond to your ex after they've broken off all communication and how best to figure out what they want from you. Number 10. Respond straightforwardly to your ex. Direct response is most effective if you're decisive about what you want. Suppose you want to clarify to your ex that there are certain boundaries and send a message about tolerable behavior. In that case, this approach may be for you. It might look something like this. For example, he said, "Hey, want to get back together?" Say plainly, "Hello Jack, it would be best if we didn't pursue our romantic relationship again. I only want to be friends." This response is assertive, expresses your needs and wants plainly, and shuts down any opportunity for persuasion from your ex. If you've already decided about the situation, this reaction works best. Think about why you want to be friends before responding. According to studies, people usually want to be friends for one of these 4 reasons: security, practicality, following social protocol or manners, or unresolved romantic feelings. You should reconsider your answer if the latter seems most applicable to you. Number 9. Brilliant method to respond to your ex is to give a short answer and move on. This is a great way to end the conversation quickly if you're not interested in getting back together or being friends with your ex. It also works well if you want to avoid any further engagement. A one-word response or even just an emoji can suffice here. For example, "Hey, want to get back together?" No. This reply is concise and to the point. It doesn't leave much room for interpretation or discussion, which is what you're looking for if you want to end the conversation quickly. However, your ex may see this as rude or dismissive, so use caution when employing this method. Number 8. Ignore your ex altogether. If you don't want to communicate with your ex, ignoring their attempts at contact is an option. This sends a message that you're not interested in continuing in a relationship. However, some risks are associated with this approach. Your ex could become more persistent or start stalking you or spreading rumors about you. If these things worry you, avoiding this method is best. Number 7. Delay your response. This is an excellent way to buy time to think about how you want to respond. It also sends the message that you're not just sitting around waiting for your ex to reach out to you. For example, "Hey, want to get back together? I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. I'll call you later." By indicating that you'll call them back later, you're giving yourself some space to figure out what you want to say. You're also letting your ex know that you're not just going to drop everything and talk to them whenever they want. This method requires a bit of follow-through, though. Make sure you call them back when you said you would, or else they'll think you were just blowing them off. The number 6 method to respond to your ex is to reply with a question. Asking your ex a question in response to their attempts at communication can help you gauge their intentions. It can also give you more information about why they broke off contact in the first place. For example, "Hey, want to get back together? Why did you break up with me in the first place?" This reply puts the ball in your ex's court. It also shows that you're not just going to take them back without knowing why the relationship ended in the first place. Your ex will have to think about their answer, which could give you some time to go off and make a more level-headed decision about whether or not you want to get back together. Number 5, acknowledge their attempts but make it clear you're not interested. This approach is similar to giving a short answer and moving on, but with a bit more explanation. It shows that you understand why they might be reaching out but makes it clear that you're not interested in getting back together or being friends. For example, "Hey, want to get back together? I know you're feeling lonely or confused, or etc., but I'm not interested in getting back together or being friends." This reply demonstrates that you know your ex's emotions and have established boundaries. It makes it clear to them that you will not be a shoulder for them to cry on or someone they can complain to. Your ex may find this hard to accept, but it is necessary to be resolute here. If you give in and start talking with them again, they will only get hurt when you most likely break off contact. Number 4, agree to meet up and then don't show up. If you no longer want a relationship with your ex, this is an excellent way to make that clear. If you agree to meet up and don't show up, they will understand that message very well. Just be sure not to lie and say you'll meet if you have no intention of doing so. That would only provide false hope and further complicate things. Number 3, tell them you've moved on. This is a great way to show your ex that you're not sitting around moping about the breakup. It also shows that you're not interested in getting back together or being friends. For example, "Hey, want to get back together? I've moved on and I'm happy with my life. I wish you the best." This response is short, sweet, and to the point. It shows that you're not interested in getting back together or being friends. But it's also not overly harsh. This can be a complex message for your ex to hear, but it's essential to be firm here. Give them any hint that you might still be interested. They'll only get hurt when you inevitably break off contact again. So number 2 brilliant method to respond to your ex is to ignore them completely. If you want to show your ex that getting back together or being friends is not an option, ignoring their communication attempts will send a clear message. Not only does this tactic communicate your lack of interest, but it also shows that you won't be their sounding board. Your ex might not like what they're hearing, but it's essential to be firm. If you give in and start talking again, the only outcome will be more hurt feelings when you have to break off contact once more down the line. Number 1, block their number or delete their contact information. This is the most definitive way to show your ex that you're not interested in getting back together or being friends. Blocking their number or deleting their contact information sends a blatant message that you want nothing to do with them. It also shows that you're not going to be a shoulder to cry on or a sounding board for their problems. This can be tough for your ex to swallow, but it's essential to be firm here. If you give in and start talking to them again, they'll only end up hurt when you inevitably break off contact again. Bonus tip: don't contact your ex if you're still thinking about getting back together. This may seem common sense, but it's worth repeating. If you're still thinking about getting back together, don't contact your ex. No text messages, phone calls, Facebook messages, or anything. Just stay away altogether. The less contact you have with your ex, the better. Give them any indication that you might still be interested. They'll only get hurt when you inevitably break off contact again. I hope this video will help you know how to respond to your ex. There are many different ways to do it, but these are some of the most effective. Remember to be firm in your decision and don't give them false hope. The best way to move on from a breakup is to cut off contact with your ex completely. It may be challenging, but it's the best way to protect yourself from getting hurt again. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you and goodbye.